My fiancée Sierra begged to join game night again. I hesitated last time she screamed at Lisa over an O, but she swore it'd be fun. Callum raised an eyebrow when she arrived with that same smirk. Everything seemed normal until she chose Mario Kart. She handed me the controller. Smiling sweetly, that plastic shell pulsed in my hands. It wasn't just a game, it was our battleground. I glanced at Callum, he looked away. She promised she'd changed. I should've known better. Sierra dominated the first race, trash-talking everyone, when I beat her in the second. She threw the controller. That was luck, she snapped. The room fell silent. I laughed nervously, brushing it off. Callum passed me a fresh soda without a word. Sierra apologized, but I saw it rage simmering beneath her grin. I remembered our promise, keep games light. Yet she was spiraling again. I looked at the controller, my escape, her weapon. I said nothing, afraid of the storm coming. I suggested we switch to a board game. Sierra insisted on another Mario Kart round. I gave in, she whispered, "Don't choke again." The controller slipped in my sweaty hands. As I played, she mocked every move. Callum leaned forward, tense. When I lost, she clapped loud, smirking. "Just like your therapy, barely progress." My chest tightened. Everyone froze. That joke wasn't hers to make. I excused myself to the kitchen, hands trembling. Callum followed, silent, until he muttered, "You okay?" I nodded, lying. "She didn't mean it," I whispered, defending her. But Callum's silence said otherwise. Through the doorway, Sierra laughed, retelling the joke. My grip tightened on the countertop. The Mario Kart controller rested nearby. I stared at it. This wasn't competition, it was cruelty, disguised as love. Flashback 2 months ago, Sierra held me through my first panic attack in years. She swore, "I'd never use your pain against you." I believed her. Now that same mouth twisted my fears into punchlines. The group started another game, but I couldn't rejoin. Callum hovered, unsure. I whispered, "I think she's doing this on purpose." His eyes met mine. "We all do," he said quietly. The twist came fast. Lisa, usually quiet, stood mid-game. "Jonah, this isn't okay." She said, "We've seen it for months." Sierra scoffed. "But the room back, Lisa." Sierra's smirk cracked. "You're all jealous," she hissed. I stood, finally. "No, they're honest." My voice didn't shake. The controller still sat there untouched. This wasn't about winning. It was about respect. And I finally reclaimed mine. I left the room. Sierra called after me, voice cracking. I didn't look back. Outside, Callum joined me. "You did the right thing," he said. I nodded, hollow. That controller stayed behind. Like the version of me she crushed. The silence between us wasn't empty, it was peace. For the first time in months, I breathed freely. The next day, Sierra texted nonstop apologies, explanations, promises. I blocked her. Callum dropped off the controller at my place. "Thought you'd want this," he said. I placed it on the shelf, not as a reminder of pain but of strength. That night we played again. Just laughter, no fear. I was done losing to love that hurt.